morning, and I just woke up a few minutes back. I have not showered, but I brushed my teeth, so I'm not talking to you guys with my morning breath. I've prayed, I showered. I've guys. So in my head, I was like, this week I was going to complain about anything. I was going to try not to complain, but it's as though everything at the same time in this country seemed not to be working the way it ought to. That night I was talking to my partner, and normally I was ranting. These days I seem to complain a lot, and it's beginning to frustrate me. It's like almost every conversation I have, I'm complaining about something, and it's draining. Like I was talking to him over the phone, and I was complaining about this not working right. GT Bank is stressing me, light issue, having to burn fuel and all that. And his response was like, "You should be grateful that God somehow makes your needs available." And I just kept quiet. I couldn't complain again. Guys, I have an amazing partner that tries to make life super easy for me. Like, he really does. I can't even lie. I give him that. Like, he tries to make life super easy for me. If not, because, like I said in last week's vlog, I don't know how to handle pressure at all. I am working on that. It's not something I want to get used to because I don't want to always have to experience something stressful, but I'm actually working on that. So in my head this week, I will not complain about anything because last week drained me, guys. In the month of October, I actually have a housekeeper, and I paid her. Unlike me, I usually pay her like twice. I'll pay her maybe second week of the month. I pay her part, then towards month end, I pay her the remaining one. But that day, in month of October, I had like spare cash, so I paid her everything at once. And unlike her, I did not like it was compulsory for her to thank me. After all, it's her right what she's being paid for, but she did not acknowledge receiving it. And I got into town. We saw ourselves like I think the week she came over, I don't know, one of those weeks, and she was clean. When she was done, I gave her her transport fare for that day, and I was like, hope you got your pay. And she was like, no. In my head, I was like, no, okay. I was like, I've sent, like, I was so sure. I was like, I've sent it. Can you? I gave her transport. I was like, I gave her extra transport for the week. I was like, go to your bank. I gave her 5K that day. I remember. I was like, go to your bank, confirm, blah 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 blah. Maybe you did not happen to get the alert. She said, no wahala. She went like this man even printed a statement of account, guys, and this money was not there. I felt so bad because things are already hard. Things are already so hard for everybody. So imagine her going through the month of October without receiving her pay. I felt like a very shitty person, all thanks to GT. Like, and I've been trying. That one is a lot, so I cannot even forfeit it. I've actually paid her again. I had to pay her extra just for to compensate her for the stress. And I've been following up with GT Bank, and they've been saying they're working on it. They're working on it. Like, it's so frustrating. So before I left town, I told my security guy because I didn't have water. I told him he should call the water guys to fill up the tank, and it's just because he does that most times. So he called me like a few days when I left. I was like, they filled up the tank. I sent money to him to be able to pay them, and I think he was supposed to travel that same week. So few days to that day, that was towards the end of October, last week in October, few days after I sent him money for water, I sent him something to be able to ask for his transport fare. I gave him excuse me, I gave him his pay for the month, and that was that. When I got back here, he had already traveled, I guess. Yeah. When I got back, I noticed like 2 days later, I did not have water. In my head, I was like, see, I have trust issue. Because in my head, I even had to call him. I was like, what's wrong with you? I paid you to fill up my tank. How come? Him himself, he acted shocked over the phone. He was like, he actually filled it up. I should like in my but I did not believe him. I was like, I just said okay. But in my head, I was like, is it that he did not fill up or he just called them to put little water? Because why is my water finishing in like 4 days? Tank of water that's supposed to carry me all through the month, we see another expensive I did not plan for. I was so angry. So I called my partner. So it's either I'm calling my partner to rant, I'm calling my sisters, or I'm calling my mom. But that day I called my partner. I was like, this guy has cheated me. Wow. And I was nice to him. I even gave him transfer fare, blah, 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 blah. Only for him to fill up my tank. This is what. It's good to give people grace, actually. Like, I actually do not believe. My partner was like, calm down. Like that. So after I finished ranting, he was like, calm down. How much is your water? I told him. And he sent money. That's what he usually does. That's why most times I hate ranting to him. He just sent money. I was like, it's not about the money. Blah, blah, it's not about what. He just sent the money, but I didn't even buy the water I needed. Because I knew I was going to be out of the house again. But I didn't buy water. I actually finally forgot the water yesterday. That's why I'm ranting this morning. I got the water yesterday, and this time I was at home because I was like needed to be at home when this water guys came. People when they came, I was like, what? Were they the ones that sold water for me the last time? They said, no, it's been 2 months ago. They put water on this time. I just got water yesterday, and I think I was home almost all through yesterday. The only time I stepped out was when I went to church. I went for a handout and made a service, and I go back. So this morning I woke up and I went to the kitchen and let's get water so I could do my coffee and all that. And something just said I should look outside the window to see no way. Apparently, I guess a pipe is breaking somewhere. So it's like, what kind of unnecessary expense? That means it's more expensive and additional expenses for me today. Anyway, I went to the tank and turned the water out, and I told somebody to look for a plumber for me. Secondly, as I woke up, as I picked up my phone, GT was active again. Remember, my money is still pending with them. The money I paid my house people that they've not refunded. So yesterday I went to get something, and when I go to the store, I tried to make payment, and my app was not working. By the way, GT is like my main bank, is like my spending bank and all that. So that's why I'm always falling victim for them. Anyways, I went to get stuff yesterday and I needed to make payment, and I tried though. It didn't go. You know that stuff it tell you something went wrong. That's what it said. I tried like twice and said something went wrong. At that point I called my partner. Please, can you make a transfer to this account? I just got something. But as I was trying to explain to him, he was already shouting on the phone. He's like, oh, why would you do that? That GT has not been functioning well. That why didn't I call him immediately to help me make payment? He was like, you know those payments go through Abby? And I was like, I doubt, blah, blah, because I kept checking my account balance and it was still the same thing. So he made payment and I left the call. Only for me to be called this morning. And you know, GT, they tell me like, those 2 transactions I tried to do that did not go through. Only for me to wake up this morning and I saw the debit alert for these transactions, and I was so pissed because my money with them is still pending and they are doing this one now. And this one actually went through to those people. So I'm like, it's either I'm going to lose that money, extra stress, extra expenses and all that, because I will still have to go to those people's store and try to convince them, show them proof that I made multiple transactions to them, and I hope they accept and I get a refund. If not, I am losing that money. My money is still pending with GT. I just feel like these are the issues. So the power just went out at home. I'm not ready to turn on the change. Just managing myself, of course. So anyway, this is extra stress for me, extra expensive, because I'll have to close that store. So I just means them that I made multiple transactions and that I'm going to pay someone that didn't come and fix that pipe, that broken pipe. And I just pray the water did not go down so much, because it's going to mean that I am going to fill up the tank again. Like, it is so draining. The other day I went to ShopRite just to make payment. It was like something was not just working out well. Like, I don't even know how we're coping, but genuinely, how is everyone doing? Please let me know in the comment section, because I know it's a lot. Aside the finance part, like, it's just so much. The other day I went to get fuel Like, how much did I get? Like, I've just driven to like few places and people that got down. Like, see, I don't know, Sha, but we're trying our best to stay positive. Like, I am really trying, and I'm super grateful for the support system I have. Like, my mother doesn't even want to hear me complain. She's like, should I send this over to you? Should I send this over to you? But pray my prayer for everyone is that God continues to meet us at our points of need. And aside from that, I pray that God gives every one of us peace, because even with the money you might have, aside from God meeting you at your point of need, if you don't have that peace, I can't even say it will be well soon, but because I don't know if I even believe that at this point. When I was coming back from church, I was discussing with someone, and it was like things are going to get tough. I said I believe you, because I don't think I believe that word that people are saying, it will better soon. It will better, when will it better? Like, but I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my support system, and I pray every one of us are just able to enjoy life, no matter how difficult it gets at this point. Because I've ranted a lot. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and yeah.